Well, Michelle and Nathan, Air Canada informs us that they've started canceling flights that would be long-haul international flights set to depart tonight, and people are being notified. Now, if you follow me, I'll show you what they've also done here at Terminal 1. You see this desk behind me. That is, of course, not usually there. What they're doing is creating a help desk that would allow anybody who has questions about their flights come and get any information, like will they get a refund, will they be compensated by a hotel if their flight is canceled, etc. What we're finding out right now is that while flights are eligible for a refund, they're saying that things like a hotel is outside of their control, and that is not something they will be offering if these cancellations go ahead as we predicted. Now, we talked about a little bit earlier on in the day today. I was at the Sheraton near the airport on Dixon Road a little while ago for Air Canada's press conference, and while they were talking, a group of flight attendants stormed in, a couple dozen of them standing outside, came into the ballroom and interrupted proceedings. The members from Air Canada talking about what they have offered at the table and what they've received from CUPE. Now, once the members of the union stepped in, the press conference was abruptly ended. Now, we did have some of the press conference for about 10 minutes or so before that time, and we spoke to the union afterwards, but we have a couple clips starting with Air Canada. Here's what they had to say.
We are still available to bargain at any time on the condition that the negotiation has substance. CUPE, for its part, while claiming at every turn they want to reach a deal, wasted 10 precious days, the last 21 days, by refusing to negotiate while they sought a strike mandate. They made the very last days of negotiations meaningless by making unsustainable offers. They refused our offer of arbitration to solve the impasse they had created.
It's very frustrating to hear some of the untruths that are being said. We're just here to negotiate. We just want a fair contract. We feel that we're being ignored. Since 2 o'clock on the 12th, we have not heard from the employer. They have not been at the table, and we just want to get a fair and equitable contract for our flight attendants who are below minimum wage, and we just want to get compensated for all the work that we do for one of the best companies in Canada that flies the flag all over the world.
So one of the biggest issues seems to be a miscommunication. We have both sides right now saying they're willing to be at the table. The union saying they're waiting at the table that they've been at for the last little while where the negotiations had taken place. Air Canada saying they are willing to talk at any time. It just comes down to who will make the first phone call at this point, because we still do have 2 days until that strike would fully take effect. Now, Air Canada is saying that as their cancellations become more gradual, it would likely affect about 100,000 customers. Anybody who does not have a confirmed flight is being told not to come to the airport, and then they will notify anybody of their cancellation within 48 hours of their flight. But as you can understand, many people coming to the airport today have concerns, not necessarily whether they'll get out today, but what may happen in a couple days' time if they will come home, because we know Air Canada has said if this strike goes forward, all Air Canada and Air Canada Rouge flights will be grounded as of about 1 a.m. on Saturday morning, and the clock is ticking to see if those negotiations will come back. Reporting live, I'm Leathong. Nathan, Michelle, send it back to you.
Thank you, Sean.